statement really is, if I were standing next to the casket at the end of my life after I died, if my ghost was standing there, what would I hope people would be saying about me as they milled around and talked about me? What would I hope they said about me as a father, as a husband, as a businessman, as a community leader, as a servant, as all of these things, right? What would I hope people would say about me? And so you create a purpose statement. And when you create a purpose statement, the idea is, and again, this comes from logotherapy from Viktor Frankl, but the idea is you've got kind of a vision, an idea of where you want to go, who you want to become. And so that really helps you to identify, once you've created that statement, really helps you to identify in all aspects of your life, in business, in personal, in family, in social, in health, all of those things. It really helps you to identify, am I doing things that help me to move forward, to become that person, to be more like that? Or is what I'm doing just busy work? Is it just keeping me chasing my tail, as it were, and spinning in circles? Am I spinning up, or am I just spinning in circles? And so that's the idea, is for you to really look at what you do. The first step is you got to decide what the end result is, for the actions that you're taking, the things that you're doing. And really the best way, I highly recommend, if you haven't done it already, is create a purpose statement, create a vision of who you want to become by the end of this life. That when God says you've had enough, I want you back, that who have I become? Who have I become spiritually? Who have I become as a family person? Who have I become as a business person? Who have I become in the community? Who have I become socially? Who have I become health-wise? How have I treated my body, my family, my friends? So create that statement. And once you've created that statement, read it every morning, or almost every morning. I read mine at least 5 days a week, and read it every morning or almost every morning. And it will help inform your daily actions. It will help to inform, if I want a business that looks like this, then is what I'm doing today going to get me there? Because if not, it's not going to get me there. It's not going to get me there. And why am I doing it? What's the point of it? If I want to be this type of a father, is what I'm doing today with my family or my children or my home, is that going to get me there? If not, why am I doing it? Or is there a better way to do it? Can I succeed in business while winning at home? See what I did there? I threw my catchphrase back in there. Can I get the twin win if that's what I want? So that's the idea, but you have to define that. I talked about this before when I talked about people not knowing what they want, and it's okay to want. And that was more from an abundance scarcity type of a thing. But this is really, this attaches the what I want to the daily actions. Is what I'm doing today, is it busy work? Is it just busy work? Is it just something that someone else could do, or that it doesn't need to be done at all? So there's three things that you could do. If it's busy work, you can automate it, you can delegate it, or you can eliminate it. And if it can be automated, delegated, or eliminated, and your business will still be fine, or even better, then it's busy work. That's how simple it is. I call it my AID method, ADE. Automate, delegate, eliminate. If it can be automated, delegated, or eliminated, then it's busy work, and it either doesn't need to be part of your business, or it can be done by somebody else in your business. Also in your life, if you're a church leader, can this task be automated, delegated, or eliminated? If it can be automated, delegated, or eliminated, then it's not something you need to do as a church leader. If you're, as a parent, can this task be something that is, you go, well, how do we automate, delegate, or eliminate? Well, let's say taking out the trash, for example. Can you delegate that to your 17-year-old son? You betcha you can. So that doesn't need to be done by you, right? It teaches your child some responsibility, teaches them chores, teaches them to take personal responsibility for an assignment, as well as for part of the house. And it frees you up to do more good parent things, to do more things that are better for the whole family as a whole, versus focusing on the minutia of little daily things. So I hope you see where I'm going with this. You need to define those. So there's 5 areas specifically where I want you to think about in your purpose statement and define. Your first area that I want you to think about is your family. What kind of a person do you want to be in regards to, or in relation to, your family? How do you want your family to remember you? Your family. Your next is your social, or your friends, your community. This is, how do I want my community? How do I want my friends? How do I want my social circle to remember me? Okay, what kind of a person do I want to be there? The next is your health. You need to think about your health. in what kind of, how long do I want to live? Do I want my final days to be miserable and in a hospital or with tubes coming out of me? Or do I want to be active and vibrant until the end of my days? So therefore, I have to do XYZ to become that type of a person. So your health. So your family, your social, your health, your fourth is your spiritual. Okay. So this right here kind of ties all of these together. What kind of a person spiritually do I want to be? How do I want to think about things? How do I want to look at bigger pictures? And I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about your spirituality. Now, that could be religion, that I want to be this type of a person based on what my religion says I should be. Or that could be, I want to take care of the environment because I feel that that we're all part of one big family here on the earth, spiritually speaking, and I want to help take care of things. There's a lot of ways, but spiritually speaking, where do you want to be? Because none of us are where we want to be today, so we need to grow into that. Now, once you've defined those four things, your family, your social, your health, your spiritual life, then you can define your career. The reason why I save that till last is because if you define all of these other things first, then your career you can easily define and create a life, a business life that supports these other four things rather than contends with them. You want a career that supports the lifestyle that you want. You want to define your lifestyle first and then define the career or the business that will best allow you to have that lifestyle, to do those things. So that's why that one's last. If you do that one first, then everything else has to fit into how I create this career. You do that one last, then the career has to be created in a way that it supports the lifestyle that you have determined you want to live, that's most important to you. So that's how you write your purpose statement. Once you write your purpose statement, then daily you go through it so that as you look at your tasks, as you look at what you're doing, you can ask yourself, is this just busy work or does this move me forward on my purpose? Okay. Does it really move me forward? And that doesn't mean that it always has to be a big thing. Sometimes we have to do little things to move us forward, but is it really moving me forward? Or is it a side quest? Is it a shiny object syndrome? Is it something that's going to take me off course here? And this is how we stay on course. Now, that being said, I want to give you one last piece of advice. And the advice is this: your purpose statement is a living document. What do I mean that it's a living document? Well, what I mean is that as things in your life change, as new opportunities arise, or as certain things that are out of your control change, you may have to tweak or change certain things in your purpose statement. Your purpose statement may say that I want to be at 90 years old, I want to be playing basketball 3 times a week with my grandkids. And then you may have a car accident that makes you a quadriplegic or a paraplegic. And so your definition of what your optimal self in the health area would be needs to change clearly. Doesn't mean you need to give up. It doesn't mean you need to stop. Maybe it becomes you're going to walk again, depending on how severe, or maybe it is that you're going to play basketball, but you do need to reevaluate that. I reevaluate my purpose statement every quarter. Sometimes I make little tweaks to it. Sometimes I write it as is. I write it in my purpose-driven planner at the beginning. That's part of the planner system that I've created, so that every day it's right there and I can read it first thing just by opening to the first page. And so by doing that, and every quarter reviewing it, and then having an annual review where I really dig deep into it and say, okay, what course corrections do we need to make, either in the statement itself or in my actions to course correct to become more aligned with the statement, then it allows me to progress and move forward. So that's what I want you to do. Go ahead and do that. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this idea. I know that I've narrowed it down to 5. I started out with like 15 life domains. That just got unwieldy, then down to 10. Now I've got 5. Let me know what you think about those. Let me know what your purpose in life is. And if this hopefully was helpful, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching it live, a hashtag replay. If you're watching it on replay, remember, you can have the twin win, but you have to design the twin win. So you have to design your life so that you can succeed in business while winning at home. And that is the key to this entire system. So I'll see you guys next time. Remember, stop existing, start existing. Stop existing, start living. See, it's live. That would have been edited. Stop existing, start living. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.